the massive intensify of rescue operations in the Wayanad landslides that have triggered hue and cry, and also several people are displaced after the landslides have occurred and triggered pain for the residents. Now, rescue agencies, including the NDRF, the Indian Army and the Fire Force, along with the other state force departments, have intensified their rescue operations on Wednesday to trace the people who have been suspected to be trapped under the debris after massive landslides have hit Kerala's Wayanad district. The landslides, which hit hilly areas near Mepadi early on Tuesday, have resulted in at least 156 fatalities and hundreds of injuries across many villages. Now, the army is working very closely in coordination with the NDRF and other agencies to carry out the intensive rescue operations in the affected areas. Villages have been washed away after the landslides have triggered. Now, the Health Minister of Kerala, Veena George, on Wednesday would be also reaching the Hill district to take a stock of the rescue operations that are ongoing following the tragic natural worry that has at least 45 relief camps have been established and accommodating over 3,000 people who have been severely affected. Meanwhile, the India Meteorological Department has also issued a red alert for the mountain district of Wayanad and all the northern district of Kerala, indicating heavy rainfall today within the next 24 hours. Well, the situation continues to be grim from Wayanad as we speak. Also, more and more rescue operations are being focused and intensified to safeguard as many lives as possible. Joining me on the broadcast is BJP's national spokesperson Tom Vadakkan. We appreciate you joining on the show, sir. What is the situation that's happening on the ground in Wayanad in your understanding, sir? Do you think the situation is through the rescue and the relief missions that are being undertaken, being made in control?
The situation in Wayanad is essentially one of a man-made disaster. I take this opportunity to take it to those who are responsible for this disaster. Madhav Gadgil's report submitted to the UPA government in the year 2011 clearly indicated the fault lines in the Western Ghat and specially named the particular village Mepadi and said there is disaster waiting to happen. The UPA government resisted giving out this report despite an RTI issue which wanted the report to be tabled. It didn't happen. And what happened was a parallel report was manufactured through another space scientist, and it watered down the earlier report. Now, the Congress Party and the India Alliance, I am not making it political. I am making those responsible. Action should be taken against them. 2011, the report was there naming the location. This is not an intelligence failure. This is basically exact location has been located. The villages surrounding that place was located. And they said that this is a disaster waiting to happen. Today or tomorrow, Rahul Gandhi is going to be there. Is he going there to do a caste census of who died and who didn't die? While at the ground, there is complete cooperation between the state and central government. Every effort is being made. Prime Minister Modi ji has already spoken to the Chief Minister. All support is being provided. In addition to that, the RSS team is already there. They are functional. They are there in support of whatever support that is required. Under the circumstances, my question is, why have you created the situation? Today you have a 2 minute silence in your parliamentary board. Will that wash away your sins? You have created the situation. Gadgil was very clear in his report mentioning the location. And there was also other reports which said the linear growth of resorts would create further problems. The local district collector gave an order that there would be demolitions, but they went to the court and got a stay order.
But sir,
And they were all
I would
this
just
time
like to
supported
interrupt you
by
for
the
a
government of the
second
day.
and just make a point here, as you are already mentioning that this is not the time and intention at the moment to make it a political issue, but at the same time, it's the 13-year-old report that's now been in the debate once again. But this is the time at the moment where hundreds of lives are being lost, and what is being the need of the hour is the coming together of all the leaders across the party lines to make the appeal to the people to safeguard the rescue operations, I believe.
Well, that is happening at the operational level. I did not speak about it yesterday because the lives that were lost bleeded our hearts. They were sleeping. Simran, they were in deep sleep when they were buried alive. Can you imagine the situation? And there's one more point I need to make before closing up. That is, a particular dam has been identified by the Gadgil report as 100-year-old dam, which can go down any minute, and it would create an havoc that the world has never seen. I hope the government of the day in Kerala and Tamil Nadu, which is part of the dam project, wakes up and takes control of the situation.
But Mr. Vadakkan, the natural disasters that are being understood at any level, causing any kind of destruction, can happen at any state. And it's not about the ruling government that could be in charge of predicting the natural disaster, whether it's hilly areas or near the oceans as well. But do you think, in your opinion, at this moment, that this could be averted? There must have been a more consideration into examining the data that has been in the public forum as to understand what could have been done beforehand, rather, if there would have been any sort of way to make the arrangements beforehand so that all these lives that are being lost right now could have been saved as well.
Simran, this is a wake-up call for our country. If we do not wake up now, we will lose innocent lives in their sleep. Whether it is happening in Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, and other regions, there are reports pending. They have, you see, economic interests can wait. Vested interests can wait. Business can wait. Life cannot. You cannot take life for business activity. Business, environmental activities have to be controlled. The construction in different parts, Himachal Pradesh, Shimla, you go to Uttarakhand, the kind of constructions, the resorts that are being.
Mr. Vadakkan, but that is also something that's on the part of the center to initiate.
Yes, center has red flagged again. And it has come back to them. They're saying that, look, there are economic interests involved. I think economic interests must take a backseat. Are important more than economic interest.
Okay, so what is the appeal, the immediate appeal that you would make to the people of the state who have been severely impacted? Many have been displaced, many have been completely cut off from their own roots. The appeal that should be made from this platform to the people who by any chance are watching, to the people who have been impacted at this moment.
We are doing everything possible. The rescue teams are in, the Navy, the Air Force are all activated. Everything is being done by the central government. We are getting government. I am not trying to run them down, but this is a moment of crisis. We all have to be together. This is not about a political party. This is about India. And if you want India first, we all are together. We are with them. Our heart bleeds for them. Our people are there already. The agencies are there. What will be done, and we will walk that extra mile to ensure that peace and tranquility returns in the region.
All right, but at this moment, sir, while the rescue operations are underway, the effort is concentrated on to save more lives. As you know, army has been deployed, the IAF is there. What do you make of this entire situation? The focus should be also on rehabilitating all those who have been displaced, along with the ones who have been missing and suspected to be missing since the past 2 days, as the families of the affected people are searching for their loved ones. I believe when you're talking about maintaining peace and tranquility, the situation on the ground is still very grim, as even the center has urged the people from the BJP state unit to contribute into the rescue and relief operations.
There is a huge bridge that came down. So the crossing to that across to that part of that area is testing situation. The Indian Army is doing its best to ensure it is in place. There is the support from the helicopter. Food is being provided to the rescued, and the other issue is because rain is and the report is that rains will continue. It's a very testing situation for the NDRF, the Indian Army, but I think extraordinary effort. The sniffer dogs are being put in to sniff out whether there's lives around, and every effort is being made. I can only keep my fingers crossed.
Sir, one last question that we can also understand at this point. What are the immediate priorities, as you would like to also brief a bit about, from the concentrated efforts of all the teams that are on the ground? Because this is a calamity, this is a tragedy, which is now gaining a lot of worry from not just the state of Kerala, but nearby states. It is causing a lot of panic on the ground. The immediate priorities needs to be looked in vision right now, which you would like to brief on a bit.
Well, there has to be affirmative action on this. I think both political personalities, the government of the day in Kerala, must be proactive. The central government is proactive, and all sort of efforts must be done to see that those who are rescued are rehabilitated. There are housing facilities provided, and the other thing that was happening was illegal homestays that were there, the resorts that were illegal. Out of 197 illegal resorts, 100 of them in Wayanad. So there was this local district authorities who should have monitored the whole situation and ensured that there's legality in the whole process. And that would have ensured that this kind of a situation would not. But I think the central government is completely in focus of the situation. Step will be taken, all funds will be provided, and to ensure that these people are rehabilitated, and there's some may need counseling. It is important to have those individuals involved in counseling people, because this is a tragedy that will go deep into their psyche.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.